Legendary Italian brand La Sportiva are world famous for their amazing footwear they've been making for absolutely years. So when they give rucksacks a go, what a surprise, they've gone right to the top and made probably the burliest, most interesting pack I've seen in years. This beauty is the Challenger 28. They brought a range of rucksacks out with the granite of different sizes, but the Challenger is the one to talk about. So a quick overview of what this is designed for. This is a mountaineering pack. This is not a cragging pack, things like that. It's really built to live in the mountains, whether you're skiing and climbing. It's hugely modular, so even though it's a 28-litre pack that looks quite nimble and small, there's loads of features, which means you can carry quite a large load and also strip it right back when you're going fast and light. If you're heading off to an alpine trip, probably to Chamonix or something like that, I can imagine this being absolutely perfect. Here in the UK, we do use bigger packs quite often because you've got long walk-ins to Ben Nevis or whatever, a lot of clothes in it. But if you're starting at the midi and you've already got all your layers on, you've got your harness on, your rope out, this is probably the perfect size. We've actually had one on test and Mel took it to Scotland. She did find she got all her gear in for the Scottish winter climbs as well because, like I say, there's so much accessibility and you can put helmet, crampons, ice axes, rope, everything on the outside. And then when you get to the crag, of course, you've got a nice, light, nimble pack that will withstand anything. So first things first, let's cover the basics. It is a 28-litre pack that you can expand to 32 litres if you don't have this roll top cinched down too hard. The thing that gives this pack its name and its wow value is the material. It's absolutely brilliant and totally bomb-proof. And it's called the Challenge Sailcloth Ultra. And that comes in two different thicknesses, the 400 and 200. As you can expect, in the high abrasion areas, they've got the 400, so all down the front here, that'll take an absolute beating. And then the areas that need to be a bit more pliable, less durable and lighter weight, they've got 200, so like the roll top up here. Now, every time you see this pack, you've got to touch it. It just feels really robust, really tactile. You can drag that up cliffs. It's going to withstand anything, which is perfect because you're getting ice axes on it, you're getting skis on it, which are often sharp as well. It needs to stand up to a real beating. Now, while La Sportiva don't claim this to be a fully waterproof rucksack, they do actually give a bit of a waterproof rating for that fabric. And also with the roll top and everything like that, it's going to be one of the most weatherproof sacks out there. I'm not going to say it's fully waterproof because technically it isn't, but you're pretty likely going to keep your stuff dry in that. So moving on to the features, again, the main key thing here is there's so much versatility. You can take everything off, you can put everything back on. Also built with lots of durability. The rope buckle at the top here, again, it can come off if you want. It's got a really nice metal buckle and it's not like plastic clip type thing. You actually slide it on and pull it back. I found that easy to do with like one hand if you're on a belay, big gloves, and you can't slam it in a car door and stamp on it and break it. So this roll top closure at the top is really good because, of course, like I've already said, if you stuff it to the max, you can get another few litres in there, but also it's quick and easy to do and very weatherproof. Now, what I really like is the simple feature that if you don't want it hooked like this, which sometimes I think if you're not filling the rucksack can be a bit messy and you don't need it to be, you can actually clip it down this way and you've got extra buckles for that. And of course, like I've already mentioned, they're lock footed on, so you can just remove them if you think you're not going to use them. Same again here with the side compression straps. You can crank everything nice and tight when it's empty, so it feels really nimble on your back. Again, removable if you want to save weight. And of course, the second compression strap down the bottom, again removable if you want, is really robust, burly fabrics because sometimes they're going really skinny these days, but that is built to take skis dropped in there, so it's extra durable and can cinch it in nice and tight when you're climbing, but of course it will have that ski drop and work really well. And with both the top and the bottom straps, you can do the A-frame carry if you are ski mountaineering, but of course you can do that side carry as well. People like to have both options available. They've even included an extra ski carry. The ice axe carry attachments are again nice and solid metal, feel really robust and easy to use with big gloves on, and you can put the picks through there. You have also got the bungee on the front, which I think is brilliant if you're carrying your crampons on the outside, which I like to do, so you can get them quickly and accessible. Again, not taking up space on the inside. The daisy chain down both sides at the front allows you to put a helmet bungee on there as well, so your helmet can live on the outside too. That comes with the pack, so you don't have to have an extra add-on at the end. The back system is simple but really versatile and again really robust feeling. It's got a really comfy carry. The shoulder straps feel really nice to climb in and carry weight. It's got a nice hip belt with removable fins. They've actually got a pocket on there, but again, if you're climbing and doing really hard routes and you don't want to wear in the harness, you can just take those fins off. Carrying on the theme of robustness, instead of using the plastic buckles, they've got the metal thread through style buckles. So again, you're not going to break them on the hill. The back frame and system that comes with the Challenger, again, is quite versatile and I really like that. If you imagine sometimes you're going to be carrying quite a heavy load, when you put rope, harness, gear, everything like that, and skis, you can be carrying a lot of weight with a small bag. So there's quite a solid frame within the Challenger 28. That allows you to get good weight on your hips and distribute the weight well and feel comfortable while carrying those big loads. However, if you do want to use it sort of fast and light alpine environment, moving in the hills and sort of climbing freely, you can take that out again and it's much more pliable, sits close to the back and you feel freer to move. The shoulder straps even feature some of that super burly material on the outside, so if you are multi-pitching and you're dragging the bag up a cliff behind you, it's going to withstand as much abrasion as possible. It features a very well concealed and weatherproof zip down the front here. Now, this actually leads to quite an interesting topic because once you open that, you'll realise that there's another zip behind it because inside the Challenger is two different compartments. So those two different compartments actually work really well, particularly if you are ski touring and ski mountaineering, because as you probably know, it's really nice to keep your avalanche safety gear separate to the rest of your gear that's in your rucksack. So that's your shovel, your probe, things like that. So once you delve in there, you can slide those straight out knowing that your rope, your harness, your jumper, your lunch is not in the way because you need to get that quickly. Also, this zip is big enough that you could probably just pull it straight out this way as well, so you don't have to go through the roll top. Sportiva have even thought of all scenarios using this zip because once you unzip that, you may realise the thing you want to get to is actually in the back compartment. So once again, another zip is there, so you could access what you might have left in there. I know some people really like to have their rope sort of stored in here, and you could have your rope sticking out, particularly if you're using it for glacier travel, coming out to your harness. Now, I really think those different compartments, even though they're built for skiing, could really come into their own while alpine climbing or mixed climbing as well, because you go in your bag, it's storming, it's grim, you want to know where whatever you're looking for is. So whether you're keeping your gloves and your belay jacket separate to the rest of your kit, you know where to get it. It's nice and organised without adding any extra weight. So what a cool way to launch your rucksack range. Super burly, really versatile, going to stand up to a real beating, skiing, mountaineering. Nothing tougher than this on the market. If you like this video, we've got loads of them like it on our YouTube channel, so maybe give us a subscribe. Or if you get a chance, come down to the shop, try it on, have a feel of the fabric, or look at it on our website at outside.co.uk.